You'll be making a lot of money if you find a way on how to apply crypto cycles correctly on different coins. And in this video, we're going to discuss the current Bitcoin cycle and how we can actually profit from it. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact entry and exit points from Bitcoin in the past, and I'm going to teach you how you have to apply the cycle theory in order to simply start printing money. I don't have to follow any Twitter accounts, CPI numbers, or other influencers to make money in crypto. I developed my own theory based on crypto cycles. This video I divided into 6 different parts. In the first section, we are going to discuss what are the crypto market cycles. Then we're going to dive straight into the 4-hourly cycle. We're going to talk about the daily cycle and the 3-day cycle. We're going to see how all these cycles intertwine with each other. At the end, we are going to discuss the weekly cycle, and we're going to apply the theory to the praxis immediately. At the very end, I'm going to present my VIP group, in which we are not only discussing the cycles for Bitcoin, but also for other tokens. Remember that applying this theory works not only for Bitcoin chart, but also for other tokens, and especially other tokens bring those 6x, 7x, or 8x returns in a successful cycle. Let's go to the Bitcoin chart and start discussing the 4-hourly cycle. If you go to the bottom of my screen, right here where my mouse is, you will be able to see the 4-hourly cycle. The current value of the 4-hourly cycle you will be able to find on the right here. So basically the current value is 20. If you want to see the number at any given point, you basically can hover with your mouse, let's say somewhere around here, and check the number on the left side here. So basically, currently on the 13th June 2024, the 4-hourly cycle stood at 65. Now let's come back to the chart. We are able to see that the current 4-hourly chart stands at 20, which indicates a cycle bottom. Basically, 4-hourly cycle moves in rhythms, right? Right here, when I'm standing right now, we can see the cycle number of 6. It indicates a bottom and a reversal of 4-hourly cycle. And right here where we are standing at 17 and currently at 20, another cycle bottom. We can expect something like this, where Bitcoin is going to move up, most probably going to move down, and is going to move up if the cycle will be bullish. However, cycles are sometimes bearish. Now let's analyze the previous 4-hourly cycle right here. Basically, you can see that we started at 63,900, right? We then moved up on the 4-hourly cycle. However, the price increased just marginally. It increased by less than 1%. And what happened then? Then we had a crash by around 8%. And basically this indicates a bearish cycle. After a bearish cycle, we usually have a bullish cycle. So this was a great buying opportunity. And we got an entry signal in the VIP group. So that was an entry signal in the VIP group. And if you bought Bitcoin right now and hold it up until the 4-hourly top, you made about 2.79%. And if you're still holding, you will most probably make more because we are currently at the 4-hourly cycle bottom. However, the 4-hourly cycle can only predict the price in the immediate short term. And if we want to understand how the cycles actually work together, we also have to take a look at the daily cycle. So I'm going to my mouse on the left bottom side. Here I have daily cycle. I open it up and here we are. Currently, we're standing at 75. And we are growing from the cycle bottom. So daily cycle works very similar, where it moves from 0 to 100, all right? You cannot see those values on the screen because the cycle barely touches those values or sometimes never touches. Basically, what you have to know is that when the cycle number is below 20, we're experiencing a cycle bottom. And when the cycle goes beyond 80, above 80, we're experiencing a cycle top. And at the very moment, we're at 75, meaning that very soon we are going to touch cycle top. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you could see the previous cycles right there. Now we can see that the previous daily cycle actually didn't even touch 80. It's touched 64 and then started to descend, indicating a bearish daily cycle. And that's what happened. The price started to go down. So basically cycles, they will not tell you the exact price. However, they will predict whether the cycle will be bullish and or bearish. And that allows you to actually buy or sell the coins or basically stay out of the market. Based on those two cycles, we can see that the price will most probably still move up together with the 4-hourly cycle, and then it will reach the daily cycle top. Now you cannot predict the exact price. However, you can predict the movement. And you can hold the coins. And in this case, basically, you wouldn't sell your coins. If you have bought some using this entry signal, you would simply wait until the daily cycle reaches its top. However, we still have two more cycles to discuss, and here we go down to the 3-day cycle. We open it up and we can see that the 3-day cycle is currently at 6, meaning that either it already reached the cycle bottom or it's very close to the bottom. And let me zoom out a little bit to basically see the behavior previously. We can see that again, we had an unsuccessful cycle on the 13th of April in 2024, and the price then dropped by around 18%. And right after that, a buy signal indicated another great opportunity. And from here, if we bought at the 3-day cycle bottom and then sold at the 3-day cycle top, somewhere around here, we made about 24%. And guys, in this case, we didn't use any Twitter, any influencers, or any CPI or any other data. We simply used the cycle theory, which is available in my VIP group. What you have to understand is that those 3 cycles intertwine with each other, right? So if the daily cycle is bullish, let's go back to the current situation of Bitcoin, and the 3-day cycle is reaching its bottom, it most probably means a reversal in the Bitcoin price and the reversal in the Bitcoin chart, indicating that Bitcoin most probably will start going up in the immediate short term and midterm. So we could potentially expect such a behavior where Bitcoin slowly starts moving up, basically respecting its 4-hourly, daily, and 3-day cycles. However, there's still one cycle in place that we didn't talk about, and it's the weekly cycle. And it's the last cycle on my screen. So I'm going to the bottom of my screen and I'm clicking this box. And here we can see that the weekly cycle currently is dropping, indicating that it might not be the best opportunity to buy Bitcoin in the long term. Let me quickly delete this arrow right here and zoom out the chart once again. Now, looking at the previous cycle, we can clearly see that the weekly cycle is the best indicator predicting the Bitcoin movements. Now, just let's take a look at the previous cycle that Bitcoin completed fully. So I'm going back to the 22nd of January, 2024, and I'm checking. So basically here we indicated the cycle bottom, and we're going to the right side somewhere to April where we reach the cycle top. And here I'm talking about the weekly chart. So you have to pay attention to this weekly chart right here. Considering we bought Bitcoin in the cycle bottom and we sold it at the cycle top, we made about 77%. So weekly cycle actually is the best predictor for Bitcoin price and other cryptocurrency prices. You have to use all 4 cycles in order to make unlimited amount of money. Now let's quickly come back to the current situation. I'm going to zoom in the current Bitcoin price. Now, looking at the current situation, we can see that the weekly cycle didn't reach its optimal point. It started dropping at about 73 a week ago from now, indicating a bearish cycle. Now, the best course of action here is not to buy Bitcoin. Let me quickly zoom out a little bit and show you what I mean. Basically, we started a cycle somewhere around here, which is 60,900. And we're currently at the same price, meaning that if Bitcoin manages to stay in this line right here, about $60,000, while the weekly cycle will drop below 20, it will indicate that we are not that bearish. Once the weekly cycle falls below 20, it will indicate an amazing opportunity to buy. So what I would do at this very moment, I wouldn't buy Bitcoin. I would simply wait until the weekly cycle reaches 20. Because guys, we cannot know whether the Bitcoin will break 60,000 or it will simply start moving up. Now, if it starts moving up right now, I would wait for the daily cycle to simply go down to 20, and I would start buying somewhere around there. Because if that happens, if the price casually starts moving up, all these 4 cycles will start going up, indicating an extremely bullish pattern for Bitcoin. And that's enough to start making serious money with Bitcoin. If you simply apply the cycle theory, you will be very well off and you will make a lot of money. I recommend joining my VIP group where I'm applying this theory to other coins because the opportunity to make serious money is much bigger in altcoins than it is in Bitcoin. Very quickly, I'm going to open KUJI chart and I'm going to present you the previous weekly cycle. I'm zooming out my chart right now. And you probably already can see how many X's KUJI did in the previous weekly cycle. If I go somewhere around here, 27th of September 2023, and I'm trying to show this line and basically put it to the cycle top, in Saturday, 11th of November 2023, I can see that we got almost a 600% increase, which is actually a huge, big increase, indicating that you could make all this money very simple if following this cycle. And if we want to take a look at the previous cycle, we can see that, hey, cycle top was reached somewhere around here. If we simply follow the cycle theory, we could see that it was not a good opportunity to buy KUJI because this weekly cycle was falling, and it's extremely dangerous to buy coin in the falling cycle. Now, if we waited up until now, we can see that the weekly just started to go up, and the daily cycle reached its top. So most probably the next extremely good buying opportunity will be once the daily cycle goes down. The best possible way, the best possible opportunity to buy coin is when all three of those cycles, the daily, the 3-day, and the weekly cycle, move together in harmony. Then the coin produces the highest possible returns. If you want to know more information, join my VIP group. I hope you enjoy this lesson.